Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are continuing week 2 of the American English preparation course for grade 9. Our lesson today is called Context Clues. Sometimes you will find an unfamiliar word while reading. You do not always need to open a dictionary immediately. The words and sentences around the unfamiliar word may help you understand its meaning. These surrounding details are called context clues. There are 5 important types of context clues. Let us begin with the first type, the definition clue. A definition clue directly explains the meaning of the unfamiliar word. For example, an inference or a conclusion drawn from evidence is different from a guess. The phrase a conclusion drawn from evidence defines the word inference. The second type is the example clue. The text gives examples that help you understand the word. For example, figurative language includes metaphors, similes, and personification. The examples help us understand that figurative language goes beyond the literal meaning of words. The third type is the contrast clue. A contrast clue shows an opposite idea. For example, I like her sister who was talkative. Maya was reticent and spoke only when necessary. The word unlike introduces a contrast. Maya is the opposite of talkative. Therefore, reticent probably means quiet or unwilling to speak. The fourth type is the cause and effect clue. The sentence shows a relationship between a cause and a result. For example, the drought caused widespread Erudition and plants began to wither. A drought means there is very little rain. The plants began to dry and wither. Therefore, aridity is related to dryness. The fifth type is the inference clue. The meaning is not directly defined. You must use logic and information from the sentence. For example, the professor's erudition impressed the students who had never heard such deep knowledge before. The phrase deep knowledge helps us infer that erudition means great knowledge or learning. Let us review the 5 types. Definition clues explain the word directly. Example clues give examples. Contrast clues show an opposite idea. Cause and effect clues show a cause and a result. Inference clues require logical thinking. Now let us look at a reading example. Mr. Thompson asks his students to read a passage about a young entrepreneur named Omar. The passage contains several unfamiliar words including lucrative, meticulous, tenacious, pragmatic, and ambiguous. And instead of opening a dictionary immediately, the students read each sentence carefully. They examine the information around every unfamiliar word. One sentence says, his venture became highly lucrative within 6 months. The passage explains that the business was growing and succeeding. From this information, Starr infers that lucrative means profitable or financially successful. She uses a cause and effect clause. The business succeeded, therefore it became lucrative. Here is another example. Her meticulous preparation ensured that every detail was perfect. The phrase every detail was perfect helps us understand the word meticulous. Meticulous means very careful and attentive to details. When you find an unfamiliar word, follow these steps. First, read the complete sentence. Second, Read the sentence before it and the sentence after it. Third, look for definitions, examples, contrasts, causes, and effects. Fourth, make a logical guess. Finally, replace the unfamiliar word with your guessed meaning. Ask yourself, does the sentence still make sense? Let us practice. Read this sentence. Like his careless partner, Karim was meticulous and checked every detail. What does meticulous mean? The contrast with careless shows that meticulous means careful. The clue type is a contrast clue. Now read this sentence. The arid land received almost no rain. What does arid mean? The phrase almost no rain shows that arid means very dry. This is an inference or definition style context clue. Remember, using context clues helps you become an independent reader. It also helps you remember words because you understand them inside a meaningful sentence. Do not guess randomly. Always use evidence from the text. In the next lesson, we will learn how to create an effective vocabulary journal and use academic vocabulary in our writing. Thank you for watching. Keep learning, keep practicing, and I will see you in the next lesson.